Hey, welcome to my gardens again. So, trying out a new microphone, get a little more sophisticated. Uh, this way, everyone can hear me a little bit better as I'm going through. My Spigelia is blooming. I have two different varieties. These are the Raging Cajuns. Coneflowers are coming up, except that one. That one never came up. And that one's not. I'm gonna rip that one out. I still have the hydrangea is the fairy tale, fairy trail bride. I just brought it over here to water it. I have three new core bells. I'll show you in the back where I'm gonna put them. But my peonies took a beating for the most part. Still beautiful. The candy corn spirea is starting to bloom. Still one of my favorite plants. I still have a couple iris, a couple peonies popping out. The gladiolas are probably going to start pushing out soon. I would think they're due. Let's see, what else is going on? Added a lot of different things last couple days. See, iris is still blooming. Aquas Falls. So this is a butterfly weed. That's a yellow one. It's called Hello Yellow. I got a couple of those. Candy corn spirea. Let's see. Up here, my bearded tongue is blooming. I love the leaf color. So even when it's not in bloom, there's a big contrast with the red leaf and the green leaves. I threw a Magnus coneflower in there. Let's see how it does. So I added a couple of things because I'm having a problem. I'm having a deer problem. They are killing me with my Heliopsis, and I'll show you. So I threw a sun drop in here to try to, physical barrier. I did dig out these spike Veronicas the other day. Surprisingly, they're in still good shape because they were buried under the peonies. That one was under the yarrow and the peonies, and the other one was under the peonies. I forgot they were there, and so I dug those out. I added a doozy spirea here. The reason is so I have yarrow, catmint, yarrow, bee balm, trying to block out the deer. Well, apparently I saw their hoof marks walk right through here, and you could see what's left of my fall sunflowers. Not all the way down to the ground, but not good. So hopefully the doozy spirea will block them. Here's one of the other butterfly weeds. That's an orange one. Beautiful color, very bright, vibrant. Orange is always a good contrast to everything. Pardon my cerise bee balm, I need to take out. Something's eating that. I don't know what's going on with that. My dahlias are coming up. So yellow flag is so I don't step on them, and they're blooming. They're growing. Red flag, nothing, not yet. So I had woolly mother of time that were here, and they just died out. I have other, instances growing. I have one there. I have some on the other side in the other corner. So I wound up adding some annuals because I couldn't really figure out what I wanted. And this will bring up a lot of color. These are all from proven winners. This was combo number 1. It was combo number 10, if anyone wants to know. My wisteria is done blooming, so I'm gonna have to start deadheading. That's always fun. They snipped the tip off the side of that false sunflower. All my Asiatic lilies are budding, so they should be open soon. So that'll be a spectacular look when they open. My yarrow, the candy corn spirea, everything's starting to come in here. I added the hello yellow butterfly weed. Another deer casualty, Magnus sunflower, coneflower. They snipped off 2 stalks. They were gracious enough to leave me 1, so I can't be that mad. The dahlias up here are coming in. They're right there. Those are the bishops. Those actually smell like chocolate when they bloom. The other ones seem to be doing fairly well, except for one over here. So there's nothing, but I'll leave it in, give it some more time. So I added a butterfly weed over there. They get like 2-3 feet tall, so that'll about 2-3 feet wide too, so that'll fill in. I added a doozy in here with the mock orange and the lilac. The lilac are the ones I have down there. So this will get 5-6 feet. The doozies are 3 feet, but 3 feet wide, so they'll fill in, and it's got enough space because one of the things that I leave space for, I have a couple of these, 3 actually. These are the autumn gold willow sunflower. These get massive. You think the Montauk's big? These are huge. They get 4 or 5 feet tall, and it just clusters of little sunflowers, basically. I need to figure out something here, but I'm trying to leave it open for the willow leaf sunflower. I got some of the sun drops in. This was my fault on this one. I went up stepping on it, but it didn't break anything off because I just planted it, so I braced it up. It'll be fine. Roses, I need to deadhead. I was gonna do it today. Got too much going on. This whole area is filling in. We'll see how everything plays along with each other. At some point I may move things like I usually do. The gold spirea, I love the color of that against the candy corn spirea, and we'll see how the doozies do. I love the red. So here's this spectacular shot, the rose arbor, which comes with a very angry robin. She's been chasing me the last couple days. So this is the James Galway, and these are called Cancun. So it's a painted rose. So she lives up there, and the babies have hatched. So that's why she's very angry at me especially when I walk through here. Yeah, I hear you. So my honeysuckle's really coming in. I love this one because it's yellow and white. And you can smell it from 10-15 feet away. So here's the other change. Before I had 2 roses. It was a Lagerfeld, which is lilac rose, and Seventh Heaven, which is a yellow and orange. The deer ate them to the ground. I put cages on them. They ate what was left, so it didn't help. And also in here, I had Heliopsis. I had 3 Heliopsis. They literally ate them to the ground. They were yellow Heliopsis, just down to the ground. So you could see the remnants of some of the buds. So they didn't touch my obedient plants or the coneflowers. Well, they did butcher that one. So I got to figure out what to do with that one. But I wound up putting in a Firefab hydrangea. So this is more of a pink hydrangea, and it should do well here. These get like 6 to 8 feet. So this will fill in this arbor with the honeysuckle. So it'll be a good contrast with the two different plants. Over here, the yarrow is getting ready to bloom. My Coreopsis. These are one of my favorites, the Zagrebs. It's a lace leaf Coreopsis. My New England asters are trying to come back from the deer. And I've been stretching the Dublin Bay to reach the arbor, both sides. And I've been tiring up the Teasing Georgia to see if I can train this the way I want it. But these are beautiful. This still got a couple of Siberian iris blooming. Here's my other Spigelia, which I purposely put them here. I was trying to figure out what they were when they were starting to come up. I don't remember, because this is probably the only thing I never tagged in my garden. So I'm not sure. And I don't even have a tag for the plant. But these are the little redheads. A little bit different than the Raging Cajuns. But hummingbirds love them. My blueberries are coming in. Maybe I might get a couple. But, I don't know. So I added some Cape fuchsias. It's an orange one and a yellow one. And then I added the orange one and 2 yellow over here. They should do well. 9 bark is blooming. My other one's not. It doesn't get enough sun because it's on the back of the house. Everything's starting to come in. The corbels are getting a little bit bigger. I forgot broccoli. So, broccoli's getting big. And cabbage is starting to roll. So back here, I took out one of the lilacs I had, and I went up putting a limelight hydrangea. As you see, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock here in New Jersey. Still getting late afternoon sun, so this will be perfect spot for this. My Oregon grape hollies have a ton of grapes on them. They turn blue. They are edible. They're very, very tart, but a lot of new growth. These are slow, fast growers. They're slow when you first put them in, and then after year 2 or 3, then they all of a sudden just explode with a growth spurt. They get about 5 feet tall. My ground orchids are just about done blooming. My Princess Wu, hostas. I always joke with people I don't have hostas because, one, I don't typically like hosta. Here's my other 9 bark, and it's just not blooming. They can take part shade, but I think it's just too shady. But it's doing well. It looks healthy. It's just not going to bloom. I don't like hosta. And the joke is the deer will eat hosta. It's like a salad bar. I figured they're too full by the time they get around to the back of my house to eat my hosta. So here I have another Firefab hydrangea, which I'm thinking about putting here. And then I have the corbels, the 3 corbels. I'm going to put one here or here, in front or back, depending on what I put, if I put the hydrangea in. And then I'm going to put 2 of the corbels here and here, and then I have room for one more. I want to get a green one, but the garden center didn't have any. Well, they had a couple, but I didn't like them. So I cleaned this out today. This is all my shade stuff. We'll see when the Solomon seal blooms. Let's see what's going on underneath. There's a couple. And over here, the grapes are getting bigger. The oak leaf hydrangeas are going to bloom. They're starting to push out a little bit. I still got to get the daffodils out. I keep looking at them and cringing. So the hydrangeas are doing well here. I just got to keep on, watering them. My coral honeysuckle is getting almost to the top. We'll see how they grow. They should be fine. The grapes are doing fine. That one, the Thompsons in the back, might not get enough sun. That's what I was kind of worried about. The other ones are growing pretty well. And then I'll show you the veggies. Besides the broccoli and cabbage. Back here, I still need to clean out all of the maple seeds, because I got a million of them growing back here, because I did not put preen down before they landed, so I'm paying the price of that. And I use the organic one, which is basically cornmeal, but I forgot to put it down. And our patio. So these are the 2 roses I took out. Maybe they might come back. So we have Tuscan rosemary. We use that when we cook. My only lavender left. It's sad. I have red bell peppers. They're getting big, and it is Memorial Day, so getting close to the end of May, and I got fairly large peppers. Cucumbers, they're getting there. We're gonna have cukes, a couple weeks, and then the bathtub tomatoes. These are a dwarf variety of beefsteak tomatoes. So the plant itself is much smaller. Beefsteak tomato plants are like 5-6 feet, and I just don't have the space right now. But wanted tomatoes. So they're getting pretty big. It's almost 2 inches, getting close to that. they'll supposedly, you know, produce 3-inch tomatoes. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is what I put in last week. And the Sweet William starting to bloom. I still got to get the thyme in by the walk, but I need to finish that first. The Jupiter's beard's still blooming. You know, some more iris. But yeah, this is May 26th, you know, Memorial Day weekend. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Especially, you know, having the birds, watching the bees have fun. I need to chop down some more iris. But generally, everything's working well so far. Got a couple things we need to straighten out, but other than that, it's not too bad. Thanks for watching. If you like it, you like my video, subscribe, add comments, questions. If you have anything specific about a specific plant, let me know. I can do a video of just the plant or what I do. And looking forward to the next couple weeks because there's a lot of change coming. So, thanks for watching.